Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dale Hanoski. I'm a writing battle for the President of the United States. How in the world am I going to get 300 of you, 300 million people, to recognize and know that you need to write my name in on the ballot for the President of the United States? I have no idea. I'm leaving that up to God. My whole campaign's been based on that. You know, and I know, that these two individuals that are running for the President of the United States are lying up the you-know-what. They are talking so fantastic, it's amazing, isn't it? And yet, everything they're telling you exactly what we and I want to hear. You're all hoping, I'm hoping, that this time we'll be able to believe what they're saying. Are you going to be able to do that? Why is it every time it's after the election? Why is it Congress said they're not even going to worry about a budget until after the election? And yet you all fell for it again. Every time they come up and they try to do something, it's all in the near future, and then it comes automatically. Automatically, it's actually done. And no one wanted it to happen. The stimulus. You didn't want the stimulus to happen. And yet we still got it anyway, didn't we? Ladies and gentlemen, how in the world are we going to get this to stop? You know how we're going to have to get it to stop. You got to stop being safe. The Republican Party is being safe. The Democratic Party is being bold, and yet they're still being safe. And yet, look at what you've got. Why is it everybody is scared to death about what's going to happen after November 6th? You and I both know this. And yet, we're rooting and hollering, we're trying to make sure the best of two evils gets elected. Why in the world are you being put into this position? Why don't you take control this time? This time, why don't the 90 million people that don't want to vote, if you hear this name nationwide, then why don't you write down Dale Hanoski and put in president? Because you know what you're going to do. You're going to tell Congress and the Senate and these two Republican and the Democratic Party that we don't want no more games. We don't want no more theatrics. We don't want the greatest show on earth. We want what we need, and that is jobs. We need family values. We need virtue. We need respect. And we need to be able to say, I can trust what the government's telling me and not worry about being whatever it is that we see coming in the forefront. Look what's coming over our shoulders. Every one of us is scared to death. You write in Dale Hanoski for president. You know what they're going to do? They're probably going to say, oh, it's no good. We're going to have it disqualified. But just imagine if I get 4 out of every 10 votes. Ladies and gentlemen, that is 40% out of 100. That means the other two parties have got to fight over the rest of the 60%. That means they've got to either get 32 or 33, ladies and gentlemen, or 29 or 28. They've got to worry about 60% of the votes then. If I get the majority, ladies and gentlemen, you and I are going to scare the frickin' daylights out of them. And I can't say the word, so I use friggin'. If you want somebody perfect, you've got two perfect candidates. And they sound good, and they look good. And you're hoping that this time, you'll get what you want. Are you, ladies and gentlemen? You write down Dale Hanoski. If I get over 40% of the votes, we're just talking 4 out of every 10, then you have already won this election. If they disqualify every vote that I got, you're going to scare the daylights out of them. Think of it, America. You are going to set a precedent that they have never seen before in their lives. And I did it on no funds at all. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 August, America stood up. Said they stood up for family values. And it only took 4 or 5 days to do that by word by mouth. You could do that again if you see this name somewhere in the World Wide Web or nationwide TV. If you see Dale Hanoski for president, then you know you have a chance. You know you have a chance that you can make a choice this time and you can actually make a change. Remember, you got to put it also president with Hanoski. And if you put down something that all that is that they'd want to know is what was the intent of the voter. Were they trying to write down Hajnowski or not? And if you come close enough, you will still get the vote. Thank you very much. Looking forward to seeing you.